Be ready. 5 seconds. Sir, thank you very much. I had the privilege of being nominated as one of the 4 special envoys that the Honorable Prime Minister deputed to the countries around Ukraine following the launch of military operations on 24th February, when it became necessary to escalate the evacuation of Indian students who were studying in the Ukraine. Sir, anyone who has even a nodding acquaintance with issues relating to foreign security policy and anyone who watches global hotspots will know that the determination that is required to be made when situations of tension are escalating and there is exacerbation of tension, timing is of the essence. So, let me start, sir, by providing a perspective based on facts with which I am personally familiar. The Honorable Member Shri N.K. Premachandran, who was the lead speaker today, made some excellent points. Now he is in the chair. So I address the chair, and through the institution of the chair, I address the Honorable Member Shri N.K. Premachandran, who is the chairman now. Sir, first of all, let me say what the Honorable Member said and what the other Honorable Members have said have signified a broad and unambiguous support for the government's evacuation efforts. There have been differences of nuance, and I would like to take the opportunity to comment on one or two of them. The very fact that our embassy, our resident mission in Kyiv, Ukraine, decided to undertake a registration of all our students there in the month of January was a clear pointer in the direction of anxiety and the fact that we were preparing ourselves for an eventuality of the kind that unfolded in the aftermath of the military operations of 24th of February. Sir, one honorable member sought to draw distinction in the language which the Government of India issued as part of its advisory and the language which some other countries issued. I believe a reference was made to the US advisory, Australian advisory, and New Zealand's advisory. Sir, I have been a student of the English language. In any case, an advisory by definition is an advisory where you advise. A government cannot direct private citizens who have gone of their own volition to leave a place. The advisory was unambiguous. It mentioned the term all non-essential. The term all non-essential means except those whose continued stay there is necessary on account of a number of facts. It means that our colleagues in the embassy would have to stay there, and they stayed right towards the end till they had to be relocated to another place. So, I think the advisory issued on the 15th of February and the subsequent advisories issued, if I remember correctly, on 20th February and 22nd February had the effect of 4,000 of our young friends leaving Ukraine pursuant to those advisories. Now, the question is this. I have some experience because I was there. Why did the rest of the people not leave? Was it a choice that they exercised because they thought military operations would finally not take place, or was there some other consideration? That is why a reference was made by one of the honorable members to the student contractors and the authorities in universities. Sir, I spoke to many of the 6,177 of my young friends who were evacuated from the Ukrainian border via Hungary. I spoke to them. Many of them had the same story, that they were being encouraged by the authorities of the educational institutes which they were attending to say that the things were going to be all right. In this intervention, I am going to stay totally clear of issues of foreign and security policy. I want to confine myself to Operation Ganga. These young students were advised to complete their courses. Some of them who were in the final year were told that they had got only 3 to 4 months left to complete their courses. Some of them had only 1 year left. They were told by the universities that if they chose to leave, they may not be able to organize online classes, and that may result in their losing a year. That is the kind of talk that the young minds had to grapple with. On the 15th, when we issued the first advisory, or on the 20th, till the military operations actually took place, it was a determination that they had made. Now, what happens after 24th February, when that exacerbation of tension results in the commencement of military operations? My distinguished friend Sri Manish Tiwari referred to the evacuation operations that have been carried out from 1961 onwards. Certainly, one of the honorable members, who is not present here, referred to this being a transportation exercise, not an evacuation exercise. I would like to come back to that in a minute. Sir, based on the 39 years experience that I have had in my previous profession, I want to say that no matter what the average perception of lethargy in bureaucracy or the political system is, come a crisis, everybody springs into this thing. This was an operation which the Honorable Prime Minister personally took meetings on. This was an operation which my distinguished colleague, the Minister of External Affairs, personally took charge on. I was in Guwahati on the 28th, doing the event on Gati Shakti mission for the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, when I got a telephone call late in the evening. Then all of us gathered. Some of us flew out within hours. I believe I can give you in details the meticulous manner in which this was done, because, look, I was a student of conflict situations. When some honorable members referred to that one life lost, I was the first to say that one life lost is one life too many. But you are dealing with a situation which is not normal. Now, let us look at the numbers. The words are used lightly, like displaced personnel or refugees.